enjoyed the lunch. And as we sit and listen for a little bit, we have some people serving up cake over there, so they will be bringing it to your table. If you need a fork, just let them know, and they'll bring one over to you. So Rita started out with us back in November of 1996. I think she would have loved to have said I put 20 years in here, but it was just shy of that. What a great number of years and time and service here. So I'd like to ask Pastor Neves to come up, as he was the one who was here serving as our pastor when Rita first began.
Oh, okay. Don't knock you over, huh?
This is not a roast.
What was that?
This is not a roast.
It's not a roast? You're not at the microphone.
I've lost control.
Several weeks ago, Linda contacted me and asked me if I was going to be here and said, would you say a few words? I don't know why everybody wants to contact a pastor and then say a few words. I have probably served with, I tried to think about it, probably 9 or 10 secretaries during the 38 years that I was active in ministry. Some of those were good, some of those were not so good. But as I thought about all of those secretaries that I served with, there was one that rose to the top. Many of you probably in this room don't remember cream on milk, because we live in a homogenized society. But cream rises to the top. And Rita, for me, was that person. When Rita first began working here at Faith, our church offices were across the parking lot in the parish house. There were many trips back and forth across that parking lot before we ever had church offices here in this building. I had a lot of those trips, and I know that Rita did too, because the bulletins were printed over there. And somehow they had to get across the parking lot over to here, because this was where the worship was being held. If there were meetings here and Rita was over there answering the phone, she oftentimes had to walk across the parking lot to give a message to whatever meeting was being held here. So Rita did a lot of walking across that parking lot, as I did during my years too. Rita is an individual that is going to be hard to replace. I know that they have a new secretary here. I feel sorry for Katie, because Rita has laid down some very big footprints, and she is going to be hard to follow. But I'm sure that she's going to be sticking around for a while, so she's going to be able to tutor and chaperone and do all sorts of things and say, this is the way it's done. Rita has been here almost 20 years. She has a lot of institutional memory. She has worked with 5 different pastors, 3 of us that were called to this congregation, and 2 interim pastors. And I'm sure that she relied upon that institutional memory to help those pastors. Thank you, Rita, for the time that you had here at Faith. Don't know where you're going to go from here, I don't think you have your bags packed yet. The house isn't sold, but I know you're looking. Rita has become a grandmother. She has another one that is just around the corner. As a matter of fact, she's hoping that she waits until this party is over with. And then there are twins coming along. I don't know what it is that happens to women. It's something in their DNA. But when grandchildren begin to come on the scene, they go crazy. They have all kinds of pictures, and you dare not ask them, how are the grandkids? Because you will find out for about 20 or 25 or 30 minutes how those grandkids are doing. She's going to be doing a lot of that. And she's looking forward to it, and she deserves it. Thank you, Rita, for everything that you did for the pastors that served here. Thank you for everything that you did for this congregation. God bless you. And I might also mention, you remember? I might also mention that when we got Rita, we got a bonus because we also got Mike. Mike has been around here almost, well, not almost, but every time that there was a problem with a computer or something like that, I looked up and there's Mike. Mike puts things away. Mike helps to organize things. He has been a bonus. And Mike, God bless you, and thank you for all that you've done for Faith. I'm going to shut up. On second thought,
Where's the shepherd?
thanks again.
As a mother of twins, I just want to say congratulations again. Not everybody gets to be grandparents of twins, so you're definitely starting retirement, but I think a more appropriate is you're starting full-time grandparenting, which kind of leads us to our next speaker, who always raves about the wonderful time of grandparenting, Pastor Schleicher.
Yeah, I kind of disagreed with that grandmas go crazy. I think the grandpas do too. So I have a little different take on how I want to talk about Rita. I'm going to just use some words. When I came on board here, I think Rita was so important as she was in other times, but I think especially in a time that was pretty unsettled at this congregation. As I sensed really quickly that Rita was a stabilizer. She was steadfast, and she was an ear without violating the boundaries that were important. She wasn't your pastor, but she was very pastoral in the way that she helped bring, I think, a sense of calm in the midst of a kind of turbulent time. So I want to say to you, Rita, what I appreciate about you is the word professional. Daryl talked about, he's known a number of secretaries, and I have two, and what I give you really high marks is that you were always professional. And kind of with that was discreet, that I think that Rita didn't speak inappropriately or violate confidence. I didn't sense that she could not be trusted. I knew that right away, but I kind of witnessed that I think you felt, I felt, that you could talk to Rita and it stopped with Rita. She was accessible, so the days that I was here and people would drop by, that I think that all of us felt really comfortable just talking to you, Rita, and knowing that you would hear and listen well. She was conscientious. This almost sounds like a eulogy. Oh, we got flowers. But but she did her work thoroughly and well, and we would check stuff out with each other. I think often I would have her look at stuff that I was writing or did, and I knew that she would do that and that she would give me good feedback. She was thorough, and I would describe her personality as a quiet warmth. So that boisterous is not a word I would use for Rita at all. Overbearing, I would not use that language, but a quiet warmth, I think, describes you, Rita. But I think most of all, as the person who got to serve as an interim and was to help prepare the way for the next pastor. I think the thing that I'm most grateful for was that Rita didn't leave immediately, even though she'd been thinking about it and knowing the time was coming, that Ellen had this time to acclimate, to get acquainted with you, to get her feet on the ground, and she had Rita there invaluably, I think, to help her to do that. And I think that's the thing that I'm most grateful for. So I would use finally words of steadfastness and exemplary competence when I think about Rita. And so we've kind of done the grandparent talk together, and I'm really excited for both of you, with one due in a couple of days, right? And then in November, it looks like 2 more, and we hope all goes well and that you guys just continue to enjoy. It's just so special. My grandson that I'm going to see this afternoon put his hand through a window a week and a half ago and got sliced up pretty good. And so his mom and grandma have been a little maybe overprotective. His dad has been away, and so he's been asking for grandpa because we can play hard and we can play in the sandbox, and grandpa's not going to be quite as careful. So God bless you, as Daryl has said too, and both of you have a wonderful future. Thank you.
Well, you led us to our next pastor. Pastor Ellen, if you would come forward. Certainly the transition has been wonderful, and I too really appreciate on behalf of all of us, and another one who just speaks so highly of grandparenting.
Don't be thinking about retiring.
No, don't worry. I'm not retiring. Probably not for a long time. This is hard for me. Rita, you are a rock. You have been the most incredible gift to me over the past year and a half as I began serving here. And I realized this morning again, tomorrow I am going to start discovering all the things that I don't know. It already started this morning before worship when they were talking about the television screen in the narthex, and she and Mike are the ones that always get that up and running, and I have no clue. And Rita and my husband can testify to that. I'll tell you, when it comes to technology, I just have no clue. So I'm going to need help with that one. But Rita, you have been such a gift. I am eternally grateful that you stayed on for a year and a half. And I'm grateful for the work you do, the work you've done in this place, and for your friendship. That has been just a jewel in my life over the past year and a half. At the last staff meeting that we had, at Rita's last staff meeting with us, I read this little meditation from a book called Gorillas of Grace. And it's called I Teeter on the Brink of Endings. This is an ending for Rita, but it's also a beginning. And this is an ending for us. And there's a grieving that I'm going through. But it's also a new beginning. I'd like to share this with you. O God of endings, you promised to be with me always, even to the end of time. Move with me now in these occasions of last things, of shivering vulnerabilities and letting go. Letting go of parents gone, past gone, friends going, old self growing. Letting go of children grown, needs outgrown, prejudices ingrown, illusions overgrown. Letting go of swollen grudges and shrunken loves. Be with me in my end of things, my letting go of dead things, dead ways, dead words, dead self I hold so tightly, defend so blindly, fear losing so frantically. I teeter on the brink of endings, some anticipated, some resisted, some inevitable, some surprising, most painful. And the mystery of them quiets me to awe. In silence, Lord, I feel now the curious blend of grief and gladness in me over the endings that the ticking and whirling of things brings. And I listen for your leading to help me faithfully move on through the fear of my time to let go, so the timeless may take hold of me. This is an ending for all of us, but it is a new beginning for all of us. And we're always facing endings. We're always facing endings, sometimes on a daily basis, and a letting go. But this is one of the hard ones. And I give thanks for you, Rita. And I will always treasure you and what you've done. Thank you.
Next, I ask Jim Crum to come forward, and I'll let him take it from here.
Thank you. Rita, would you come forward, please? It's okay. It won't explode.
I thought I had my last employee review, but this time.
Rita, I'd just like to say you're going to be missed.
And I'm going to miss you.
I know. And we know who does the work. In the military, we know it's the lieutenants, not the generals. We're going to miss you as the lieutenant, the one that does the work of the church. We know you're going to be back, and we want you to be back. Your congregation has been very generous, and they have a little gift for you that we want you to remember us.
Do I open it now? Or
You
should I
can
do
if you
it-
want to.
Or do I do it later? Somebody wraps
You
it
can
up
do it
really
now.
well.
You can do it now if you want to.
You made this.
I did.
Oh, isn't that beautiful?
It's one of, is it like the confirmation treasure boxes?
Kinda. It's got a treasure inside, I think.
Oh my gosh. Oh, thank you so much.
Oh, you need to thank the congregation.
I do. I thank you so much. Mike and I want to get out and see our beautiful state, and this is our travel fund. Thank you so much. That's so generous. Thank you. I'm overwhelmed.
Anything else you want to say?
Is this my turn?
Yes, it is.
I guess I better take my glasses. Stop filming now, Chris. I've got my glasses. Well, I thought I wanted to say a few words, but I'm not sure I can. This is just so overwhelming. You know, I may have worked here for almost 20 years, but Mike and I have been members here for 28 years. It'll be 28 years in September. So we've been part of the family. You've been our family for a lot longer than 20 years. Thank you, Pastor Darrell, Pastor John, and Pastor Ellen, for your patience, teaching, and friendship. Thank you, Linda, and everyone who helped with today's luncheon. It's remarkable. I'm very, very grateful. Thank you to Church Council for making this gathering possible. Thank you to the HR committee for hiring Katie. She's awesome. You're going to love her. Please help her. She won't intuitively know everything that you want from her. So help her. Write out your announcements, explain things to her, give her some guidance, because she's willing to be here and wants to help. And to all of you, my faith family, it's been a privilege to serve with you as workers in the kingdom. For 20 years, we've shared life's joys and sorrows. And that doesn't stop today. We are forever in each other's hearts. We will continue to think about and pray for each other. I got this cross as a gift from a special friend. It's been in my office almost the whole time I've been here. The verse is Ecclesiastes 3:1. To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. Mike and I are entering a new season of our lives, which means we're moving on. We'll miss Faith as our church home, and we'll miss living in Okemos, but we look forward to the full life ahead of us. Praise be to God for all the blessings you've given us. Thank you.
Rita, Mike, congratulations. Enjoy retirement. I think that ends our program for today. So thank you very much.
Thank the Lord. Now you won't have to hear about this anymore.
Please give your best to Rita.